Welcome back, everyone. Today, we're covering something a little different that we feel needs attention. We'll present several cases under one overarching theme. Let's begin.
Hello, everyone. Trigger warning before we start. All right, let's dive in. Between the 10th of July 2021 and the 27th of November 2022, PC Ian Fearon engaged in a course of conduct that harassed a female. His messages, behavior, and contact were unwanted, unwarranted, and caused her significant distress. By continuing to pursue her after she made it clear that the relationship was over, he undermines public confidence in policing. His actions could also amount to a criminal offense under Sections 1 and 2 of the Harassment Act 1997. The public expects officers to uphold the highest standards of behavior. By disregarding the female's wishes and pursuing her against her will, causing her anxiety and alarm, public confidence in the police service would be severely eroded if it were known that such conduct was carried out by a serving police officer. His behavior breached the following standards under the Code of Ethics: A. Discreditable conduct. B. Authority, respect, and courtesy. This occurred amid a breakdown in their relationship and was directed at a female who was also a serving officer. Next, we have PC Christian Burrows, who sent a message on the 26th of August 2022 to a female PC stating, "F off, you horrible C-word." This message was abusive and offensive. He also sent a Facebook message to a third party, in which he disclosed details of his relationship with the female PC. This communication was intended to cause anxiety and distress to the female PC. Finally, he sent a screenshot of the Facebook messages to the female PC, further intensifying the distress. This communication was again intended to cause her anxiety and distress. Moving on, we have the misconduct hearing for PC Adu and Tao. The hearing started on the 13th of January 2025 in person, but transitioned to a remote format for its final day. It was alleged while engaged in initial police training between the 15th of July 2021 and the 30th of September 2021, PCN Tao engaged in acts of non-consensual sexual touching and other inappropriate sexual behaviors towards female colleagues. Including PCN Tao and a female officer, were walking back to their parked cars when PCN Tao asked the female if she slept topless or in her underwear. The female responded in terms to the effect of, "What the f— Wilson, you don't ask that question," of someone you only just met. In September 2021, when another female officer was returning to her car after a training sessions, PCN Tao dropped back from the group walking ahead and made inappropriate comments to the female. These comments included, "You have the perfect body, you do not even need to work for it. Your personality is exactly what I want in a girl." The female officer further stated that PCN Tao asked her if she found him attractive. On a separate occasion, PCN Tao told the same female officer that he wanted an interracial family with her. In August 2021, PCN Tao asked the same female officer if her sisters were single and whether they would like him. The female officer told PCN Tao that her sister was gay. However, she stated that PCN Tao stated that this did not matter, for he could turn her. The female officer further stated that PCN Tao used officer safety training, OTC sessions, as opportunities to touch her without her consent. She stated, in August 2021, PCN Tao grabbed her during a pain compliance exercise, despite the fact that her partner for the training exercise was a different officer. The female officer further stated that, at an officer training session at Heathrow, PCN Tao picked her up and threw her over his shoulder. The same female officer stated that on the 27th of September 2021, she entered a revolving door at the entrance to Hendon Police Training College. She alleged that PCN Tao deliberately entered the same revolving section as her, which was designed to fit one person. She said that PCN Tao stated that they would go in as 2 people and come out as 3. She stated that the inference was that PCN Tao was suggesting that he would impregnate her. After the revolving door incident on the 27th of September 2021, the female officer stated that PCN Tao kept trying to get her into a separate room from the rest of the group. She stated that she told him that she was going to find the rest of the group as she did not want to be with him anymore. She stated that she went to get her kit and went back to the room. She said that she was at the back of the room, away from everyone, and PCN Tao went out of his way to approach her and walk behind her. She complained that, as PCN Tao walked past her, he deliberately brushed her bottom with his hand. She stated that she knew that the touching was deliberate because he went out of his way to walk behind her, and he made comments about how good she looked in her uniform. She alleged that PC Entau further stated that he wished to take photos of her wearing her uniform. The next hearing we are looking at is PC Stephen Green, whose allegations consist of between the 1st of December 2019 and the 8th of July 2020, he pursued a course of conduct whereby he A. coerced and controlled a probationary officer, PCX, into having a sexual relationship. B. maintained a relationship with PCX by means of emotional manipulation and/or coercion. C. sexually harassed PCX on D. On the 30th of December 2019, he kissed PCX in a police vehicle at Danson Park. E. He kissed PCX in a lift and touched her vagina at Plumstead Police Station. And F. On the 11th of February 2020, he penetrated PCX's vagina with his finger in the canteen at Warspite Patrol Base. Moving on to a hearing that took place between the 6th and 10th of January 2025, where it is alleged that on Friday, the 20th of May 2022, at O'Neill's Bar, Clapham, PC Hywell Williams engaged in unwanted sexual touching of witness A's bottom. It is alleged that PC Williams did the following acts. Approached witness A at the bar. 2. He asked if she wanted a drink. He put his hand on her waist. He slid his hand down toward her bottom. He cupped his hand on her bottom. He slapped her bottom twice. During the early hours of the 21st of May 2022, at witness A's residence in the front yard, PC Hywell Williams engaged in unwanted sexual touching of witness A. It is alleged PC Williams did the following acts. He moved toward her. He grabbed her waist. He tried to kiss her. 4. When she pulled away, he did not let go of her immediately. In the early hours of the 21st of May 2022, while at witness A's house, PC Hywell Williams engaged in unwanted sexual touching of witness B, in that he touched her waist and bottom as they were walking up the stairs. In the early hours of 21st May 2022, while at witness A's house, sitting on the sofa, PC Hywell Williams engaged in unwanted sexual touching of witness B, in that he did the following acts. Put his hands down the back of her jeans trying to touch her knickers. 2. He then moved his hand to her inner thigh over her jeans. In the early hours of the 21st of May 2022, while at witness A's house, in the bedroom where 4 others were present, PC Hywell Williams engaged in unwanted sexual touching of witness B, in that he did the following acts. Unbuttoned her belt, undid her jeans, put his hands in her knickers. 4. Moved his fingers toward the opening of her vagina. In the early hours of the 21st of May 2022, while at witness A's house, in the bedroom where 4 others were present, PC Hywell Williams engaged in unwanted sexual touching of witness B, in that he did the following acts. He put his hands on her right breast, under her bra, and fondled her. In the early hours of the 21st of May 2022, while at witness A's house, in the bedroom where 4 others were present, PC Hywell Williams engaged in unwanted sexual touching of witness B, in that he did the following acts. He kept on undoing the buckle of her jeans. She moved his hands away, and he laughed. In the early hours of the 21st of May 2022, while at witness A's house, in the bedroom where 4 others were present, PC Hywell Williams engaged in unwanted sexual touching of witness B, in that he did the following acts. He moved her hand to his groin. In the early hours of the 21st of May 2022, while at witness A's house, in the bedroom where 4 others were present, PC Hywell Williams engaged in unwanted sexual touching of witness B, in that he did the following acts. He put his arm around her while she was sleeping. Now we will move on to the case of PC Sean Denny, which was held on the 12th and 15th of November 2024 and 13th January 2025. The officer was in a relationship with person A for approximately 6 years prior to her ending the relationship in December 2021. During that time, she found him to engage in belittling behavior towards her from time to time. On the 14th of December 2021, she ended the relationship by a Facebook message. She asked the officer to respect her decision. This resulted in the officer bombarding her with messages and calls. During one such call, person A told the officer she did not want to talk to him anymore and that it was her decision to end the relationship. She told him to stop messaging her. He refused to accept her request. On the 14th of December 2021, the officer messaged Person A's brother, Person B. He also informed the officer that Person A wanted to end the relationship, and if she wants to call the officer back, she will do so when she is ready. On the 15th of December 2021, Person A messaged the officer to say if you continued to spam call her, his number would be blocked. She told him her message was clear. On the 16th of December 2021, Person A messaged him to say she understood it was a difficult situation, but she had made her decision. She said if he come to Belfast, it will not be to see her. She ended the message with, "Again, please respect my decision and I wish you the best for the future." But the officer did not respect this decision and continued to message her. In response, she told him that the relationship was over, but he continued to message her and to try to contact her. On the 17th of December 2021, Person A messaged the officer to say, "I will not take your calls or meet with you. I don't even know if you realize, but you are emotionally manipulative and consistently gaslight. There is never a way to end a long-term relationship, but this is how I am doing it." On the 17th of December 2021, the officer wrote, "You have my love and my sincere best wishes in your future career. Goodbye, Person A." Xmas tree emoji, heart wrapped in bow emoji, Christmas tree emoji. On the 20th of December 2021, he again messaged Person A asking to see her. On the 20th of December 2021, at a friend's house in Northern Ireland, the officer agreed to a mediated meeting in Belfast between Person A and himself, together with Person A's therapist. After the meeting, he continued to message Person A despite her request that he not message her. He did speak to Person A about the upcoming meeting at the therapist, but he still wanted more contact with her. On 22nd December 2021, he met with Person A at her therapist's office in Dungannon. He was aware of her vulnerable mental health when attending that meeting. During the meeting, Person A made the officer aware that she did not want to get back together, and that the purpose of the meeting was to communicate this to him. Her therapist, Mr. O'Neill, had also made this clear that this was the purpose of the meeting at the start of the meeting. The officer had attended the meeting hoping to reconcile with Person A. During the meeting, he talked over Person A. He tried to excuse his behavior for anything he had done to Person A in the past. It was clear he did not accept the relationship was over. At the end of the session, the officer was asked to leave. He were in denial about the ending of the relationship. He returned briefly to collect his mobile phone, and about 20 minutes after that Person A left, Person A had come to the meeting in her own car, meaning the officer and her had both arrived separately. Her car had no problems with it prior to arriving at the meeting. As she was driving home, she felt something wrong with the tire. She stopped after 5-10 minutes, and as she turned to the car following, she saw that it was a car driven by the officer, who drove past, and as Person A checked her tire, he returned and asked if everything was okay. She replied that the tire was flat. The officer helped her replace the tire and said goodbye. He then messaged her later to ask if she had arrived home safely, to which she replied, "Yes." On the 22nd of December 2022, after she had replied yes to arriving home safely, the officer messaged Person A again, asking questions about the therapy. Meeting they had together ended the messages with, "Disregard what I said, I am sick of doing damage." At some time prior to the 24th of December 2021, and after 14th of December, the officer spoke to his line manager P.S. Ryan about the fact Person A had ended the relationship by text message. P.S. Ryan advised him about how he should conduct himself over the Christmas break, and that it was probably sensible to avoid contact with his ex-partner, Person A. On the 23rd and 24th of December 2021, the officer attempted to contact Person A by dropping off Christmas cards at her brother's home. On the 24th of December 2021, Person A had her tire checked at a local garage and was told that the tire had been slashed or stabbed with a knife. It was the officer that slashed or stabbed the tire in order to maintain contact with Person A and/or to express his anger at her decision. On the 24th of December 2021, the officer repeatedly tried to call Person A, resulting in her blocking him from contacting her, at which point he tried to contact her and family members using platforms including Snapchat. In one message, he said, "I know this is doing more harm than good." On the 24th of December 2021, the officer was informed by Person A's therapist that if he did not leave her alone, he would consider calling the police himself. Person A reported the slashing incident to the police in Northern Ireland, who investigated it. The officer was interviewed under caution on the 25th of December 2021 and denied initially having had anything to do with her car on the date in question. Then subsequently, he corrected himself and said he had helped her change a tire, but denied causing any criminal damage to the tire. The officer continued sending messages despite being told by the therapist, the police in Northern Ireland, and Person A herself not to do so. On the 2nd of January 2022, the officer contacted Person A's therapist asking how he could get back together with her. He was told to give her space and to stop contacting her. On 3rd of January 2022, the officer tried to find out information about Person A from her friend Ms. R via Facebook. On the 5th or 6th of January, the officer messaged Person A again on Snapchat, sending a link to a band and trying to initiate conversation. On the 16th of January 2022, he called Person A from a withheld number and apologized for his behavior. He asked to be friends and asked if there was any chance he could get back together again, and tried to continue conversation. He also attempted to contact Person A via Instagram using a different account in a different name. The officer also attempted to contact a friend of Person A's and add her to Instagram. On the 17th of January 2022, the officer tried to contact Person A's brother by adding him to Facebook. On the 18th and 19th of January, the officer tried to add other family members and friends of Person A to a second Facebook account in the name of Tom Denny. On the 20th and 24th of January, he again contacted Person A, and on one occasion asked to speak to her. He also contacted Person A's friend who asked him to stop contacting her. On the 23rd of March 2022, he tried to add Person A's friend to his profile as a friend on a gaming platform called Steam. On the 3rd of April 2022, the officer tried to follow Person A's profile on a gaming platform called Twitch. On the 19th of June 2022, he again tried to follow Person A using an anonymous profile. And finally, another trigger warning as we reach the hearing held from the 3rd to the 8th of January. The hearing was held for Adisi Kamal Baldio. It is alleged that during May 2021, the officer was corresponding with a female on the dating application Hinge. On Saturday, the 8th of May 2021, by prior arrangement, the officer met the female and drove her to Travelodge Brighton Seafront in West Street, Brighton, where he had made a prior booking. They went out for food and drinks together before both returning to the officer's room at the Travelodge. Consensual sexual activity took place between the officer and female that night, involving digital penetration and oral sex. During this, it was alleged that the officer said words to the effect of, "Would it really matter if we had sex?" To which the female replied, "Yes, it would," and made it clear that she did not want to have full sexual intercourse. The next morning, Sunday the 9th of May 2021, further consensual activity took place. It was alleged that the officer said words to the effect of, "Can I put it in just once?" And the female replied, "No, it doesn't work like that." Notwithstanding her refusal, the officer nevertheless lay on top of her and penetrated her vagina with his penis.
It's deeply concerning to see such a pattern, especially when it involves individuals in positions of power and trust, like police officers. 7 misconduct hearings out of just 23 held by the Metropolitan Police in 1 month. That doesn't include the other 42 forces in England and Wales. What's even more alarming is that all the hearings we've covered today involved male officers who have been inappropriate or even criminal towards women. What's worse, even though some or all of the allegations in every hearing have been proven, not all of the officers have been fired. It's especially troubling when some of these hearings involve incidents where the victim is another officer, meaning not even their colleagues are safe within the force. If officers can't even trust one another to uphold basic standards of respect and professionalism, how can the public feel safe?
One of the biggest questions here is, how are these individuals slipping through the vetting process? The people who are entrusted with the responsibility to protect us should be held to the highest standards. Yet, it seems there are gaps in the background checks or oversights when looking at a person's personal life. It's troubling that those with tendencies towards such harmful behaviors seem to be getting through. What do you think about any of the hearings we just talked about? Please, let us know in the comments below.
We'll try to keep doing one of these updates every month, so if you're interested or want to find us for the next one, please do all the YouTube things. Most importantly, stay safe out there, people. Ladies, remember, don't always trust someone just because they're in a uniform. Until next time, stay informed, stay aware, and remember, accountability matters.